Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Hope you are okay on that side of the screen. And today with a cooler from ZADAK. This is the ZADAK Spark all-in-one Lite 240 millimeters. And for today, what I want to share with you is the unboxing and also the assembly, which is really easy. And this video is sponsored by the new Doge S98 Pro, the most powerful rugged phone on the market right now, with a 3-in-1 camera setup and a advanced thermal imaging sensor. So don't forget to check the link down below for more info about this phone and also a chance to win a Doge S98 Pro. And before we move on to the unboxing and the assemble, I also have got some accessories right over here, talking about SSDs and RAM. Actually, I'm using 2 sticks of RAM from ZADAK, which are RGB, and I can control them right over here. For example, just select a different color right over here, like green or blue or something like that, and we can select effects and apply to the old motherboards. Now we can also do the same with this cooler right over here, but at this moment I've got it manual, and I will explain that towards the end of the video. Now, in terms of the unboxing experience, really quickly, it comes in this nice package, the Spark all-in-one Lite, and we will find the all-in-one kit, which is the radiator with the pump. The pump is made of a nice black and silver plastic, a quality plastic. The only thing that I would like to mention is that it will leave some fingerprints here on the silver part, but it's not an issue, at least in my opinion, because we will not be touching the cooler that often. Now, it has a really nice touch, which is a mesh around that looks really awesome and gives more quality to the kit. In terms of the radiator itself, it looks and feels really nice, and I've used quite a few radiators here on this setup, and honestly I would not say that it's higher or lower quality of those that I've been using, and there have been quite a few. Besides that, we will also find all the cables that are necessary to the assemble, 2 fans, in this particular case 120 millimeter with RGB, and also the other accessories that we will use to assemble this kit. Now, in terms of the assembly itself, it's really easy. First of all, we will need to put away, which is the back plate, to secure the pump. Then we will need to figure where we are going to put the radiator. Then we just need to secure the pump, and lastly connect the cables, and basically that is it. I could end the video right over here, but no, let's put on the back plate, which it's compatible with AMD and Intel CPUs. I will leave some links down below so that you guys can check out which CPUs are compatible, but there is a wide range. Once we have the back plate with the screws right over here, it's time to place in the radiator. Now, in my particular case, I'm using an open frame right over here, but depending on your case, you want to put it horizontally or vertically. The only thing that it's important is that we put it on a position that will allow the air not to be stuck inside the pump right over here. Once we have the radiator, then we can select the bracket, the correct bracket to put on the pump. In my particular case, I'm using Intel CPU 11700. I just need to put in those 2 brackets. In this particular case, we need to screw the bracket to the pump. Then we need to apply a little bit of thermal paste to the CPU. We can put it on the CPU or we can put it on the pump head, doesn't matter. Once we have that, then we are ready to put the pump on the back plate or on the chassis, just touching the CPU so that it will be able to cool it down. Once we have that, we just need to screw it in, and after that I can put in the 120 millimeter fans right over here. In my particular case, I did select the best way to route my cables for future cable management, but this is one of those steps that you will have to decide depending on the case that you are using. Once I have that, there is the final step, which honestly is the most boring part for me, although it doesn't take that long, which is the cable management. Actually, first we have to connect, but to connect it's easy. We need basically to connect 2 cables. One is for the pump right over here, and the other one is for the fans. We also have in this kit all the accessories that are required to connect everything, so we don't need to worry about anything. And we have quite a few cables right over here because we also have RGB. So there are systems that are simple, but they don't have as much features as we have right over here. So this is a nice feature, and although it will give us a little bit more work, we have the option to have RGB and everything synchronized right over here. Now at this moment I've got both options. I'm using a set of RAM that I said on the beginning of the video that I'm controlling with the software of my motherboard, but I could do the same with the cooler right over here, so I can change automatically all the colors on my motherboard and on the cooler itself. On the other hand, if you have a motherboard that it's a bit older and doesn't have RGB controllers, what you can do is control it with the included controller that comes with the cooler, which is really great. It has 3 buttons right over here, but on the next video I will share with you a little bit more details in terms of the cooler itself. How can we customize the LEDs, how can we use the manual control, and also I want to talk about temperatures, because I did a small test right over here, which is not enough yet to share details with you, but it's working quite well. So I want to do a video, and probably with this setup right over here, so that you can hear through my microphone, something similar to this right over here. At this moment it is on the default, so this is what you are going to hear, but I'm going to put it in full blast just so that you can hear the fans. This is full blast on the two 120 mils, and spoiler alert, I didn't hear this noise when it was rendering a file right over here that I was testing, but that will be for the next video. RGB connecting with the motherboard and individually with the controller in case our motherboard is older, and also the temperature. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, probably this is a great time so that you can keep up with this kind of video. One of the goals that I have with this video is that regardless if you choose this particular all-in-one or any other, it is a great option in my opinion. They are very elegant, and of course this one right over here has some features that are really interesting. Hopefully this video is helpful in some way, and if it was, don't forget to leave that thumbs up right over there, which is really appreciated on this side of the screen. My name is Roberto, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.